All right, let's dive in. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something we all take for granted: distribution. We're going to uncover that complex, high stakes journey your package takes from some warehouse shelf all the way to your front door. You know, this is a system that can literally make or break a company. So let's get into it. We've all been there, right? You find something you want, you click that button, and a day or two later, it just shows up. It feels like magic. But what's really going on in between? Well, that single click sets off this incredible chain of events, and it's one of the most competitive, most critical parts of any business today. So before we can even get into all the cool strategies, we gotta be clear on the basics. What exactly is distribution anyway? At its core, it's pretty simple. Distribution is just the entire journey a product takes, from the person who makes it to you, the customer. And it's not just the final delivery truck. Nope, it's every single step of storage and movement along the way. The whole process ends the second that package lands in your hands. And make no mistake, this is so much more than just trucks and boxes. For giants like Walmart and 7-Eleven Japan, distribution isn't just a cost to be managed, it's their secret weapon. I mean, they built their empires by absolutely mastering the art of getting the right stuff to the right place at the right time, all while keeping costs unbelievably low. So how do companies even begin to design these powerful networks? Well, it turns out the whole grand strategy for just about any company really boils down to answering two big fundamental questions. First things first, the company has to figure out that final handoff. Are they going to bring the product right to your doorstep, or are they going to have you come to them to pick it up? It's that classic choice, right? Delivery versus pickup. And the second huge decision is all about the journey itself. Is the product going to travel in a straight line from where it's made directly to you? Or is it going to take a more scenic route through a whole network of middlemen, distributors, warehouses, and retail stores? Okay, so once a company answers those two big questions, they can pick a play from a playbook of about 6 main distribution models. Let's walk through them. So first up is the simplest of them all: direct shipping. This is like the purest form of e-commerce. You place your order, and the manufacturer literally ships the product from the factory floor straight to your door. Think about things like custom-built PCs or really specialized equipment. It's clean, it's simple, and it means they don't have to pay for a bunch of extra inventory just sitting around. Now, what if you order, say, a Dell computer and a Sony monitor at the same time? They come from different factories, right? That's where this really clever model called in-transit merge comes into play. Instead of bombarding you with a bunch of different packages, the carrier, like FedEx, picks up everything, brings it all to one central hub, merges it together, and then makes a single delivery to you. It's a really smart way to cut down on shipping costs and just make things easier. All right, next up are the models where the product is already stored way closer to you. With carrier delivery, a company like UPS or FedEx handles that final drop-off from a local warehouse. But then you have last-mile delivery. Think of those Amazon vans you see everywhere. That's when the retailer uses its own delivery fleet to bring it to your door, which is often why they can do it so darn fast. And finally, we've got the models where you, the customer, do all the work. Well, the traveling part at least. When you buy online, pick up in store, that's basically warehouse pickup. And of course, there's the most traditional model of all time: just walking into a store, grabbing what you need right off the shelf, and buying it. So here it is, all pulled together. You can see all 6 models, where the stuff is actually stored, and what makes each one unique. And if you look closely, you can see the big trade-off, right? Keeping all the inventory at the factory is cheaper for the company, but having it in local stores gives us, the customers, that incredible speed and convenience. And then the internet happened. E-commerce just completely blew up this entire playbook. It created a ton of new challenges, for sure, but also some absolutely incredible new opportunities. This really lays out the fundamental trade-off we all deal with now. Walking into a physical store gives you that instant gratification, right? And returns are usually super easy. But their selection is limited. Online stores, on the other hand, have a seemingly endless aisle of stuff. But you have to wait for it, and let's be honest, returns can be a bit of a headache. But the benefits for us have been massive. I mean, the product variety online is insane. Think about Netflix's library versus your old Blockbuster video store. We also get to track our orders every step of the way. Plus, companies can get new products out to the world faster and get feedback directly from us. It's a whole new world. Oh, and let's not forget about paying for it all. The internet just erased so much friction here, making it all super fast and efficient. And the sheer flexibility.
I mean, you can use credit cards, digital wallets, bank transfers, even good old cash on delivery. It's a huge part of what makes the whole online experience feel so seamless.
So, after looking at all these different models and the massive impact of e-commerce, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for how your next order gets to you? And here it is, the key lesson. There is no single best way to do this. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. The right choice is always a strategic balancing act. It's a constant negotiation between keeping costs down and satisfying our ever-growing demands for more speed, more choice, and more convenience. And that leads to one last really fascinating question. With technology just racing ahead, we're talking about delivery drones, predictive AI, this dream of near instant delivery. What new models are going to pop up? What will the next distribution network even look like? All I know is the journey that starts with that buy now click is only going to get more and more interesting.